What is going on, guys? E here. So this probably is my first YouTube video, and I really wanted to make it simply to hope that this message could get across to somebody who is looking for answers in any subject or topic that they're looking for. It could help my friends, my family, God forbid, I got a kid I don't know about, right? That it could, educate them on how to move correctly in life. And I'm actually publishing a book soon. I got my rough draft I've written a long time ago. It's probably enough content to make 2 books out of, but the first book will be solely focused on accomplishing your goals, your dreams, the habits, the morals, basically what you must change about yourself and what to get internally first before you transform yourself and accomplish whatever goal you have in mind. I think the first thing that people need to realize is that they need to rewire their brain and be open-minded and coachable. I actually heard a coach once say this. I used to be a referee, so I was around coaches and kids and all that, and the coach was like, I like that guy because he's coachable, meaning he's willing to change and not think that he knows it all. He's adaptable. That kid ended up being a good player because he was coachable. He took advice and thought, maybe they're right. Let me experiment. That's the thing too. When you're coachable, it means you're open-minded. So even if I think I'm right, I'll still give somebody the benefit of the doubt and be like, let me just do my own research just in case I'm wrong or I could be right. So boom, out. And it's happened in many occasions. I do the research, I find out I'm right, and then I continue to do what I'm doing. Or I do the research, I find out I'm wrong, and I adapt. That is one of the biggest problems with people, is that they're not willing to adapt and be coachable. Rewire your brain. A lot of the things we've been taught growing up, whether it was from mom, dad, the school system, the news channel, our peers, isn't really the right thing, and that's up for you to decide. If what you've learned is producing you the results that you want with yourself, then great. But if you're not producing the life that you want, then you gotta go humble yourself, go back to the drawing board and say, what have I been taught? Why am I behaving and thinking the way I am? You gotta be willing to make some changes. So that's the thing with people is being stubborn. I actually noticed that the other day, a guy at my job, a customer, he had a tattoo right here, and it's in big words, it said stubborn. And like me and this guy were laughing, me and my coworker were like, stubborn, that's like nothing to brag about, like to get tatted on you. That's kind of like the characteristic of like a bratty, spoiled little girl, stubborn, gets what she wants from her dad and doesn't take no for an answer. So don't be stubborn, be open-minded, be coachable, rewire your brain. Because if what you were doing now worked, you would have the dream life that you want or whatever goal you're trying to accomplish. And that's just one step that I talk about in my book that I'm going to publish. I'm going to do a lot of videos and about cool life hacks. Just certain cool things I've learned in every category of life that's like made my life 10 times easier. So I've either saved time, I've saved money, or things just got easier because I learned something cool, and I'm gonna pay it forward by educating people about it through my book, and then I'll drop some videos. And I really don't care for the money in that aspect. I plan on making money in other avenues. But it's more of I hope that what I got blessed with, the information I came across that could help me in that category, I hope that one of my videos or one of the chapters in my book helps give somebody that like aha moment where they start doing better in their goals. So yeah, man, start looking at things with an open mind. Like I knew that I didn't know it all. A lot of people, they're know-it-alls. They think they got it figured out, and it gets worse when you're older. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, so it gets tougher. And then, if you're young and you're spoiled, or if you have a very strong belief system, then it'll be almost like an attack to your ego, and you'll be very defensive. So if you've been taught your whole life the grass is red, and someone's like, no, grass is green, but you have a strong belief, you'll get angry, you'll argue, you'll debate, instead of just maybe, I don't know, Googling, go to Google, go to YouTube, ask Siri, look outside. Oh, the grass is green. The guy was right. Wow. And some people get very defensive, and then that stops them from progress because they've been brainwashed to believe a certain way, and then it ends up screwing them over in the long run. So, one of the first things I talk about in my book is having an open mind. Be willing to change for, the goals that you want to accomplish. Be willing to adapt. Be willing to rewire some things. Be coachable. Because, dude, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. If I had it figured out, then I would snap my fingers and have everything I want in life. I'd have millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I'd have it all figured out. I don't got it figured out. That's the first step people need to really like tap into, is humble yourself and just realize you don't got it figured out. And no matter how much you think you do got it figured out, there's always more to learn. I seen a quote that the more you learn, the more you start to realize how much you don't know. Like the more I learn, I'm like, wow, man, there's so much out there. I really need to keep my hunger going. So, humble yourself, be coachable, be open-minded, don't take anything personal. And just remind yourself that if you did have it figured out, you'd have the perfect life that you want. And always stay hungry, because when you're hungry, you're willing to keep at it and adapt and find new ways to become a better person. So, and then here, I'm just a messenger actually. So I'm not saying I could be your mentor, because you might want to be an ice skater or a barber or Mr. Olympian, I do lift weights, you know what I'm saying? I got some muscle, but I'm not no Mr. Olympian, So, I'm not here to mentor you on your whatever goal you got or whatever your journey is, but I'm here to help you with a message that could help attract the mentor and the characteristics that could lead you to where you need to go. Because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.